Dan Bernstein Unfiltered. Unfiltered on 312 Sports.
Welcome to Dan Bernstein Unfiltered on 312 Sports. I am the aforementioned, along with our executive producer, Matt Abaticola. Stop it. Stop. It's just, you're going to have to stop. Otherwise, we're not going to get through this.
That was something. I'll tell you what. I don't. I haven't. It's coming out. Event. I don't know. I might do it soon. Who knows?
When we do a gag reel of some kind, when we do a blooper reel, those two starts to today's show are going to be on it, and they have to be on it back to back. And don't pretend the second one wasn't on you.
Oh no, the second one was 100% on me. The first one was all you. The second one was 100% me.
First one entirely me. The second one you. But that was
the open played, and I'm like, where are we? Why aren't we? Oh, I'm like, we're not in the studio. That would be my fault.
That was like a Cheech and Chong bit.
Oh, that was good.
No, we're not in the studio, man.
Right. It's me, Dave.
Dave? Yeah. Dave's not here.
No, it's me, Dave.
Dave? Oh, that was fantastic.
Oh, boy.
Sometime we're going to show that, and you're going to love us for it.
That was,
but
man,
we are here to talk about a lot of things today.
A couple of fucking idiots.
Oh, my God, right? Make sure that whole thing doesn't get up the chain. Because it's off the chain.
Right. How things going? Well, take a look at these videos, guys.
Right. You want to see professionalism? Wow. Here you go.
Crying. I'm sweating.
Okay. That was
anyway.
Bad. All right. Well, fine. We've got a lot to do today. I want to take what was perceived to be something the Bears could emulate from the Lions that now I don't even think the Lions should be emulating. And I think you know what I mean after last night. I want to talk about my MVP of the ALCS.
Okay.
My MVP of the ALCS.
Like that.
By a mile. It's not your MVP. I don't think it's going to be the actual MVP nor the consensus MVP. I've got my MVP. And I don't even know the MVP's name.
All right. Good tease.
College football is awesome because nobody knows what the hell is going on. And there are a lot of very, very scared, very rich college football emperors and boneheaded donors and goofy alumni, and it's awesome. I love it. The Bulls have a couple of injuries that are not great. I think these injuries might result in the Bulls ending up in the play-in. Without the injuries, the Bulls might have ended up in the play-in. Also, there's apparently going to be some incarnation of Michael Jordan as a broadcaster on NBC, but it had kept changing, and it was very nebulous as to what his role was going to be. Not that anybody's been clamoring for him to be in this at all, and somehow they have now settled on how Michael Jordan is going to be involved in your national basketball consumption, and I'll tell you how you feel. And
you're going to tell us how we feel?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you how to feel.
Okay.
And because this is an easy one, and we're going to see if any of us can be physically fit enough to join a government special force.
Okay.
Because we now know also
I'm excited for this.
The standards have changed. So this might be our chance to make a quick buck.
Because that's like a $50,000 signing bonus too.
See?
All right.
If you need a quick $50,000,
that's it. Who couldn't use $50,000?
My man, $50,000. It may have just gotten easier for you. We have also fabulous partners,
prizes,
and sponsors and prizes. Well, you know what? Stay tuned for that.
Oh, really?
Stay tuned for that.
All right.
Yeah.
Then. I'm excited.
Yeah. So just put that in your back pocket. And my DBU pick, it failed last night. I got my one target for Isaac Tesla.
Yeah, but he didn't get 9 yards. He actually got 0 yards.
That's not enough yards.
It's not. Not when you needed 9.5.
No.
And he didn't. Yeah, 0.
It was infinitely fewer than he needed. He got no yard. He got as many yards as I did.
Yeah, I lost my third parlay in a row. I might need to reconsider my strategy here. The Lions, they covered that 6 points pretty easily. The Texans, though, fell short, even with +3. So
the Lions got a lot of mileage out of the Sonic and Knuckles bit that they were doing with, Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, and one was Sonic because he was fast, and the other was Knuckles because he was tough and mean. And boy, that 1-2 punch. You know what they've got up there? They've got a 1-1 punch. And if they want to use the number 2, the other, or whatever that is, because every carry that David Montgomery may get is one that Jahmyr Smith doesn't. And I think that's a mistake. That obviously you need more than one back because you don't want to get. But holy mackerel, running over people, away from people,
he's
spinning around people.
He's a good running back.
Yeah, and
I don't know if you knew that or not.
And that's a real team they're playing against too, and that is not a 1-2 punch. Sorry. That is Jahmyr Gibbs is a premier running back who should touch the ball as much as he possibly physically can, reasonably, and you allow David Montgomery to be a complementary piece, whether he's a goal line or a couple series here and there. I don't want them trying to work in, boy, we got to get Montgomery his touches. Not over that guy, you don't.
Yeah.
Not over that guy, because that is and the way they're blocking in the interior, that's Vita Vea in there. That's seriously, that is an angry double-sized Sub-Zero refrigerator in there that you are moving out of the way. So, some of those double-team blocks and what they're doing in their middle three and how far they've come from how they looked in the first week against the Packers.
Yeah, that was bad.
You know how far they've come? And he doesn't need holes that big. And reaching for the sticks, and even when he gets hit in the backfield, stepping out of a tackle, stiff-arming another guy, wiping somebody away, and I'll be damned if he gets Penei Sewell out in front of him.
Yeah, he's a special talent, and hopefully if you're a Lions fan, hopefully they do something soon as far as winning championships with Jahmyr Gibbs before that time comes to a close.
Don't waste this, because that is special. So the way I'm relating it to the Bears is as much as like, well, and I said it yesterday, talking about Kyle Monungai's 81-yard performance and saying, well, that's their hammer, that's their David Montgomery. If you have a guy like Gibbs, you don't need a David Montgomery. You don't need that. Bears don't have that. The Bears can use all the help they can get at running back. However you get those yards, whatever plays you're going to call, whoever's best for the play, run the play. Whoever's out there, what does Eric Bieniemy always say? Get me 4.5.
Yep.
One way or another, find me 4.5. And that's a good running game.
Yeah, and if you look at the the numbers for the Lions, God damn, I'm still lost from our opens. The Jahmyr Gibbs.
Don't talk about the opens.
Jahmyr Gibbs, 104 attempts, 526 yards on the season, 6 touchdowns. He has 5 explosive runs of more than 20 yards. Actually 6, because he has 2 over 40. He has a long of 78, and he has 26 attempts on first down. Montgomery, 355 yards on 78 attempts. So that's how it breaks down. 104 to 78 is the breakdown right now. Montgomery with 4 touchdowns. He has 5 plays over 20 yards. The Lions on their rush game overall, Dan, as a team, are 3rd in yards in the league at 936. They are 13th in yards per carry at 4.5. And just a quick note, looking at those numbers right now, the Bears' opponent coming up this weekend, the Ravens, are 2nd in the league at 5.3 yards per carry.
Did you see what Gibbs did to Winfield on that touchdown run?
Antoine Winfield, not live. Now, I saw highlights of it because it was going back and forth with baseball.
I was too. But Antoine Winfield Jr., who is not slow, he took an angle as Gibbs cuts through, swerves toward the sideline, and Winfield looked like, and he was a little late flipping his hips, but he still has the distance and the angle. And you'd think a safety would be like, okay, I'm just going to beat him to this spot. Winfield ran to the spot, and Gibbs was gone. Gone. And this is a guy who's been an all-pro safety, Pro Bowl safety. He doesn't take a lot of bad angles. And when somebody can outrun that calculation at the end of that run, boy, that is... It's the stop-start. It's the power. It's everything else. Gibbs is really something to watch, man. And he was in the second, third level of the defense, sometimes not getting a hand on him. So if they're going to keep doing that, good luck.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
My hope is that the Bears don't learn the wrong lesson in this. The lesson isn't have a Fire and Ice, a Sonic and Knuckles, and you need a backup running back. You need somebody who's going to be out there. But if one's better than the other, use the one that's better more often.
Yeah, and I know that's how they maybe address their running back situation, but this year it's different, should be different moving forward. And Gibbs obviously is going to get more attempts, and he should, and he will.
Of course he should.
But the Bears don't even have David Montgomery on their roster. They did. They don't even have a guy like that.
They had the actual David Montgomery.
They had the actual David Montgomery.
The actual El Guapo.
So, yeah, there's still some room to grow there. Now, DeAndre Swift has had 2 unbelievable games. Hopefully that continues for Ben Johnson's offense, and he can find the right hole, and he can burst through those holes and gain some yards. And a little development from Monangai in the game last week was very good to see. If he can stay in there and catch some passes and gain some yards and help on blocking, that's all you really need right now.
I think that the parallel or the quest to emulate that only goes so far. When the Lions themselves might want to give up on the whole 1-2 punch, Sonic and Knuckles, call it whatever you want, but Sonic's better than Knuckles.
Yeah, always has been.
Yeah, it always has been, and you give it to the guy that's really good more often. Game 7s are great. It was a hell of a lot of fun watching baseball last night, and despite the fact that I had John Smoltz on and I wanted the sound on, I like sound. I don't like watching a baseball game without sound, and I can't just mute John Smoltz because, and I think even if he's like in the air in my house, he makes things dumber. Everybody who walks by the TV gets dumber, and I don't want that to happen to any of us because even Beth was saying something. She's like, "Wait, what did he say?" I'm like, "Don't
start listening now."
Did you at the end like the portentousness? He goes, "In these series, we have things that are unforgettable, and we have things that are forgettable." Right after the line out double play, it's like, "Well, that may have been forgettable, but there's also unforgettable." Like, what are you talking about? But he says things with these weird pauses to make them sound like they're important, and they make no sense.
He should stop talking, maybe.
It's as if Tim McCarver hated baseball. It's all the vapidity and the banality of Tim McCarver and the overwrought explanations of the simplest things with a complete disdain for modern baseball. That's what it is. It's a reincarnation of Tim McCarver, but you take his sort of folksy smile and turn it into embittered grumpiness about the evolution of the game. And that's what you've got. It's an affront is what it is. And you have to pair him with this other robot, and that's the cast you get. However, I've got an MVP to that series. And the MVP of the ALCS is whatever brilliant artist is in charge of Fox's Megalodon field camera. I want that person's name because that person deserves all the awards. All the awards. I've never, ever seen camera work with the Megalodon done like Fox has done in this particular series.
The Megalodon operator, Dan, is the technical director for Fox Sports. His name is Jared Legrani. Jared Legrani.
Jared Legrani is the actual person holding the Megalodon?
The Megalodon camera person for Fox Baseball is Jared Legrani, who is the technical director for Fox Sports. He's known for using a unique camera rig called the Megalodon, which allows for cinematic live action shots during broadcast.
He is a star. What Jared Legrani, thank you for finding that.
You are welcome.
That's your MVP. What Jared Legrani is doing is magnificent. When you see George Springer enter the dugout after that home run and walk the gauntlet and walk the phalanx, Jared Legrani is walking backwards, focusing on him, turning the camera, turning his shoulders. And I don't even know that is how it's designed, like a Steadicam you've seen before, where there's a back harness. All these career Steadicam operators have bad backs, but this is a lighter. It almost looks like an SLR. At least the early generations of the Megalodon that I've seen. It doesn't even look like a classic motion camera, but what this guy's doing, and then I went back after the previous game when Vladito was on the field. He was literally doing a circle, doing a 360-degree, like duck walk around at the heroic angle, looking up and then panning into the crowd. This is stuff that a movie director will spend 3 whole days on, trying to get a crane shot, using drones, making sure the light is just right, making sure, and setting up tracks and dollies and timing everything up and going back and calling cut and watching. This guy's doing it in real time, live.
So he's done college football, NFL games as well. He's been instrumental in integrating innovative camera technology into live broadcasts.
Well, whatever they're paying him, if I'm a network right now doing anything in sports, I'm calling Jared Legrani and saying whatever they're offering, I'll triple it. Because he's incredible. And it obviously takes the trust of a director and the trust of a crew to understand that value. But if you can make television that's that good, despite John Smoltz being one of the people involved, Jared Legrani's so good, he makes me forget how bad John Smoltz is. That's how good he is.
See, even more reason than just to turn the volume down and just watch.
But it needs it. I like volume.
Did you see the video? It's floating around online. The George Springer home run with no audio except for the crowd.
Yes.
It's just crowd noise. It's unbelievable. Your actual ALCS MVP was Vlad Guerrero Jr. Did you see his numbers? 385, 484, 1200 OPS.
And also, Dan Wilson, you're fired.
Yeah. This is the final game, Coach.
This is not May.
Yeah, this is it. This is we go home if we lose.
You got a guy who can throw 102.
Right. Use him.
And you're waiting, thinking the save might be later.
Yeah.
It's right in front of you.
The save is right now.
It's right in front of you. And you bring in Bizzardo, the great Bizzardo, who I always picture as a magician.
Oh my God. The Naylor jumping into the throw from second base backwards off his back and his helmet.
Now, is it the fact that he turned around is proof that he was trying to get hit by the ball?
He jumped in the air,
I know
he wasn't going to make it.
But he jumped in the air and
he was twisting.
Didn't want to get hit in the face.
Oh, who does? Good call.
Yeah, and they did it. By the way, the home plate umpire was horseshit.
Like
the strike zone was terrible.
Yeah,
but they absolutely made the right call on that.
No, 100%.
Were you reminded what year was it that Reggie Jackson clicked his hip out? It was it 1980
where I'd have to look.
Yeah, Reggie Jackson was on first base, and there was a throw where he clearly hip checked the ball, and that was my very first memory. And I remember I was up late at night, or what felt like late to me as a kid, watching it, and I remember that was the first time back in the 70s or 1980 where I remembered how many camera angles and how hard they tried to use the technology at the time to see if it brushed his hip. But this was a no-brainer. And I love Naylor. He's got cool shoes, too. He always has cool shoes.
Yeah, his shoes were awesome. But I love the fact, so he's on first, and they're actually throwing like pickoff attempts. Mm-hmm. He's the second slowest player in Major League Baseball.
But he's not bad at stealing bases.
But again, the second slowest player. The ground ball is hit to the shortstop. He's running to second base. He's a little more than halfway. And it's like, oh, shit, I'm not going to have anything to do with this. So I'm going to turn, jump, and let the ball hit off my helmet. But, yeah, I'm glad they came together, made the right call, called the double play. But yeah, I love him for it. I love him, and I seen him at the top of the dugout as they're convening and talking about it. You know, he's winking at I love it. I love the style of play. My wife hates him.
Why?
She just doesn't like seeing him on camera.
He had shoes, and I didn't really understand what.
I love his shoes, though.
My wife and daughter
great.
were talking about. They said it looked like Taylor Swift Eras Tour shoes with the way this I forgot which era, but apparently he's got 70 different pairs of cleats. and 450 total pairs of shoes, that he's just a shoe guy.
Oh, yeah?
Not necessarily a collector. He just likes to wear different shoes, or he's just a shoe guy. And there was a subject of conversation in my household were his shoes, and then they showed somebody else. It might have been Julio or somebody else who was wearing cool shoes. And yeah, so there was a Reggie Jackson thing of which I was reminded. But I'm sorry, Dan Wilson. The save presents itself. You don't wait for, unless you're Ned Yost or somebody, you can't wait and say, well, we'll need our closer later, because sometimes you got nothing to close. And and stop with the sacrifice bunting, everybody, please. It's bad. It makes you less likely to win. All you have are outs. Do not give away outs. Stop giving away outs. It's Game 7.
All right, so this is what you're talking about. It's World Series Game 4. A run scores after a throw deflects off Reggie Jackson.
Okay.
Hang on.
All right, you found a play-by-play?
I did.
What year?
Hang on. Let's see.
All right, because this is the first thing that came to mind when I saw Naylor jump. But I'm trying to remember how did they rule it? Did they say ultimately, because Reggie clearly did it on purpose. And I don't remember if they allowed the run to score or not. But, boy, Dan Wilson is going to have a tough time.
Yeah, the headline is run scores after throw deflects off Jackson.
Okay.
So, let's see.
Munson at second for the Yankees. Reggie Jackson at first. He's had an RBI in every game in this series. 4 games, 6 RBIs. Drill, right at Russell, he dropped the ball. Are they going to get 2? There, he threw it away, but it hit Reggie. It hit Reggie. Confusion on the bases. Here comes Munson. He's going to score for the second run. There's a lot of confusion. The ball hit Russell's glove. It then hit the ground. Reggie Jackson was forced out, but then on a throw, that was the second out of the inning. On the throw to first base, they're saying the ball hit Reggie. It is a complicated play because Reggie is out of the play, and yet the ball might have hit him, scooted away, allowing Munson to score. That is Frank Pulley, the first base umpire in blue. He's with the National League. Joe Brinkman, the umpire from second base. He is in scarlet, and Lasorda wants a ruling. The entire Dodger team. Here it is, Joe.
Russell, now there's the force on Jackson right there, so Jackson's out of the play, and it hits him. He's right in line, and Jackson is thoroughly confused. He's still at first base. He doesn't know what to do. Piniella is entitled to the base unless they rule interference. Now here's the ball again. It's hit to Russell, who knocks it down. And now he steps on the back, forces Jackson. You saw the umpire motion safe. I'm sure it was on the ball it was hit. Nothing else. And they've got a meeting out there. Looks like an election coming up. There's so many people between first and second.
Now, a summit meeting out there is what they've got. Almost every Dodger's around there and all the umpires.
Look at that. Everybody is reaching for the ball, and finally,
I'll tell you what,
leaned into it.
He let it hit him purposely.
He did lean into it for sure.
Sure he did. I knew that, and I was 9.
I think.
Yeah, this is the 78 World Series. How is
they could rule that runner out, as he intentionally looked like he got in the way.
He was leaning, there's no doubt. We'll run it again, and you make up your mind. And Lasorda is really upset, and you can't say that you blame him.
all right? So that's the play right there. How was that a line drive hit the Russell? Like, how did he not catch that?
Well, I think they wanted the double play.
Okay, so
It was Lou Piniella batting. That was Lou. Yeah, Lou's a game.
Well, you knew it was Lou. He was running down to first base with a prickly pear margarita in his hand.
It's holding a prickly pear
Right.
margarita.
He had a whole pitcher.
Right? Lou can hit, man. But, yeah, Reggie's like, oh, gee, it hit me in the hip.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yep.
That's great. And, yeah, he totally leans into the
Sure
throw.
he did.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
That's great.
But you didn't have replay review. You just had Tommy Lasorda out there saying, well, what the fuck is your fucking...
So you're 9-year-old Dan Bernstein watching the 78 World Series.
Yep. And as soon as I saw Naylor jump like that, I thought Reggie.
That's funny. Good call.
Well,
good call on your part. That's good.
Thank you.
And seeing my guy Tommy Lasorda out there, too, that's great.
And Lou is batting.
Yeah, but that's my guy.
Oh, if you could ever find, you know what? We couldn't play this on the score. We can play it now.
What's the
Tommy Lasorda taking Doug Rao out of a game?
Oh, we can play anything you want.
Oh my God!
Oh, we could also was it Baltimore Orioles manager
Earl Weaver,
the Earl Weaver rant. We could play that too.
Oh, dude,
we could play anything.
Dude, if you can find...
Oh, it's found.
Okay, Tommy Lasorda taking Dougie out of a game.
All right.
Taking Doug Rao out. It is classic Lasorda. Absolutely classic Tommy Lasorda. We could do a whole show of this stuff.
We can
and
just play
actually
audio.
play it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm too excited right now because I hadn't really thought my way through this stuff yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so just... remember that.
I will. A couple things real quick about World Series coming up. So we have Dodgers and Toronto Blue Jays. You have you have any feeling, any interest in either team? Obviously, you'll watch. I know that. But any rooting interest anywhere?
There's going to be a lot of blue. It's a very blue series is sort of what I can think. And I don't mind that. I like the color blue. I think that the Dodgers are better, but I love the fact Toronto swings the bats. I don't mind a little bit of high scoring, and if you can, I think the early games will matter depending on how you force the Dodgers to get into their bullpen.
Yeah.
Because if in fact you start punching the soft underbelly of the Dodgers that is their bullpen, this could be a really good series.
It's funny you say that. When you look at their four starters, Snell, Yamamoto, Glasnow, and Ohtani, they through the Reds, the Phillies, and the Brewers in 64 and 2/3 innings, they have a 1.40 ERA.
Mm-hmm.
Those starters, unbelievable. I'll pull for the Blue Jays, even though I'm an NL guy. I don't dislike the Dodgers. It's just I like Toronto. I like the Blue Jays.
When we went to their stadium and
saw a game, it was just I love the town. It's a place I would actually live if I was leaving where I'm at now.
Just if, yes.
Yeah, if. A couple things too about Ohtani's unbelievable night the other night.
I'm picturing your kids now. Hank ending up as a Toronto Argonaut or somewhere.
I would love that for
playing
him.
For the Grey Cup.
Ohtani became the 11th player to hit 3 home runs in a postseason game. He was the first since Dodger Chris Taylor did it in Game 5 in 2021 NLCS. He became the second pitcher, American or National League, to hit 3 home runs in a game, the first since Jim Tobin did it in May of 1942.
Wow.
Became the first pitcher to lead off a game with a home run, became the first Dodgers pitcher to hit a home run in the postseason. Have you seen the comparison stats of Babe Ruth and Shohei Ohtani?
Oh, Ohtani blows him away. People don't realize that Ruth was pretty much, he pitched for a little bit, but when he started slugging, he was done throwing.
But their initial stats, listen to this.
Okay.
Through their first 674 games, both of them, their first 674 games, Babe Ruth, 159 home runs, Shohei Ohtani, 160. In their first 455 innings pitched, both of them, 455.
Okay.
Babe Ruth's record of 35 and 18, Ohtani 35 and 19. Almost identical.
Wow.
Through their first 455 innings pitched and their first 674 games, identical home runs and win-loss record.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Given the choice, I would take Ohtani over Babe Ruth, but that's just me. I don't know what you would do.
I'd take Ohtani.
Okay.
Absolutely. I would, without question. Although, if it came to a hot dog eating contest, I would take Babe Ruth. And
I would take Joey Chestnut.
Well, I'm saying if I had to
of those
choose
two.
of
I thought you meant anybody in the world.
Of those two.
Yeah.
And I made hot dogs the other night, and they were Omaha Steaks hot dogs, like the big good ones, and I put them on the grill.
So filet mignon burgers and giant beef hot dogs too are in this box you get?
They are. And I like my char dogs really well done. Like, I like to crunch through an outside layer of blackened hot dog skin char to get to that briny, garlicky meat on the inside. Just my choice. You can do your Omaha Steaks dogs however you want. But what you should know is that Omaha Steaks is the official sponsor of tailgating. From legendary burgers to mouth-watering steaks, those deli-style franks, you will elevate your next game day get-together with America's original butcher. I've been enjoying Omaha Steaks truly all of my life that I can remember. And right now, I've got this offer for you because Omaha Steaks is partnering with Dan Bernstein Unfiltered. You can get $35 off at omahasteaks.com with the promo code Bernstein at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details, but it's $35 off with the promo code Bernstein. That way, game day, you're grilling, you just go to the freezer, you know that big box has arrived, and you go. The best part is opening it and then going through everything in inventory. Ooh, these are for the upstairs freezer. These might go in the downstairs freezer, and I'm going to hide the caramel apple tartlets and all that. Omaha Steaks, the official sponsor of tailgating, grass-fed, grain-finished, extra-aged, USDA-certified tender steaks, unrivaled quality and variety, every bite backed by the 100% guarantee. It's a family-owned company with over 100 years of expertise in the meat industry, and that feeling when you get the email and it says your package has arrived, and you know that when you get home there is going to be a big white styrofoam box filled with awesomeness. Make game day delicious with the official sponsor of tailgating. Visit omahasteaks.com and get $35 off with promo code Bernstein at checkout. My last name, Bernstein. That's omahasteaks.com. Promo code Bernstein at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details. College football right now is nearly completely upside down. And I think that's cool. I think you've got Indiana at number 2 and Georgia Tech at number 7 and your Vanderbilt Commodores at number 10.
Let's go.
You've also had all kinds of firings everywhere and, openings. There may be more openings than there are viable candidates. Penn State, Florida, UCLA, Arkansas, those are all open. And potentially Auburn, Florida State, LSU, and you see what's going on at Wisconsin? Now that apparently they're actually kind of open about we'd love to fire this guy, but we don't have enough money for the buyout. Hey, come on, and maybe if you come to a game, it's like the White Sox own them. Maybe if you come to a game, then we'll have enough money, and then we'll be able to be competitive so you can buy out this guy that you hate. And this is because of everything that we know that's going on in football with NIL and the transfer portal. I love that these emperors have built their castles on sand. You think of Ozymandias, the vast and trunkless legs of stone. Look on my works, ye mighty in despair. I can't wait till Dabo Swinney gets fired. And when James Franklin goes and all these guys get their $50 million buyouts or whatever it is, and all these boosters, I got all the money, I can do whatever you want. They don't want to keep spending all this money. You have to hire right. It's not about these guys who want to run some, what they call these ministries, these emperors. Tactics, right? Tactics. It's tacticians. It's actual coaches. It's not all of these motivators, recruiters, motivational speakers, these demagogues. You need football coaches now. You need guys who can take yours and beat his'n and take his'n and beat yourn. The old Bum Phillips statement. So I love the redefinition and the reshuffling of college football and the even playing field that it is. That actual coaching matters more than branding. Than saying, well, we're going to recruit 80, 90 guys. We can keep them all here. Well, they're going to leave because they don't want to sit on the bench. And your second string guy and all these freshmen, they're going to leave. They don't want to play for you. And when I heard the drooling, you played this for me. Like I said, I've never seen College Game Day. I don't watch it. It's never been a part of my life. I like watching the games. I don't need all the foofara and hoopla and hullabaloo.
Yeah.
Not the Tulane hullabaloo. I need that, of course. But my God, like this, a coach gets fired, and it's like a head of state has been toppled in a coup.
So I enjoy College Game Day. It's a new iteration of it with Pat McAfee. I mean, it's
Enjoy.
Early in the morning. It's my get some coffee. I have the living room to myself. Kids are sleeping. Wife and dogs are still out sleeping.
Well, your dog's keeping a comfy schedule then.
Oh, they do. They sleep late, but it's good. It's good. I get to watch a little College Game Day. But Pat McAfee, man, I feel like I need to stay up all night, be at a club with like pounding music, one drink after another, maybe some drugs
That's
as
old.
well.
That's
to
old,
be able,
Maddie.
To be able to sit through it and watch it.
I knew that, Maddie.
I mean, within minutes, he's standing on top of the chair. He's getting the crowd going, and I'm sure the college kids love it. But it's completely off the rails, like from the start with him. And I get it. I know
college
a lot of people
love it.
like him. He's entertaining. He certainly attracts a crowd and is controversial and is entertaining. But man, it's something bizarre to behold.
You're in charge,
but
I'll let you handle that.
This was the opening when they bring James Franklin on. He was on College Game Day this past weekend, and this was it, man. Like the way you described it. At one point, I was hoping someone was going to reach over and like dry off Nick Saban's chin.
As you've gone through the last few days, how did you become aware at first and find out the news that Penn State wanted to move on and part ways with you?
Yeah, well, we were a practice Sunday team, Coach, and we have a team meeting at 1:45.
Talking to Saban,
about 1:30, the AD walked in and said, "We're going to make a change. I'm sorry." Was in shock, obviously. Really took the next 15 minutes to let my kids know so they wouldn't find out on the internet, and then walked down and had a super emotional meeting with the team to tell them I was leaving. That was it. It was that quick. Obviously, pretty much in shock as that was going on.
I mean, given all of the things that you accomplished there and the number of games that you won, how fairly do you feel you were treated by making this decision?
Well, fair is not for me to decide, right? That's for other people to decide. A decision that was made that was hard for me to comprehend at the time. But what I want to do is I want to focus on all the unbelievable moments. I had a great run there, 12 years. Penn State was good to me and my family. Most importantly, it's about the players. I'm a player's coach. I always have been. So that's the hardest part, is walking away from all those young men in that locker room, the recruits that were committed to us. A lot of tough conversations.
I won't do any more of it for you.
What the hell, man? They gave you how many? 50 million? How much?
50 or 60, yeah.
50 or 60 million dollars? Yeah. And I'll let people decide if it's fair or not. Wait, I just decided it's fair. What, you have to decide if it's fair? They gave you $50 million. Go fishing.
The narrative and the emotion, the environment they create for this interview.
They came in and they told me they were making it. Yeah, you got fired, and now
you're a college football head coach, and you got fired, and they bring him on this thing like something happened to him, like it's unbelievable.
Like he lost a limb,
right? Or he lost a child, or something tragic. You lost your job,
and they gave you $50 million. Do you know how fast? Like,
buddy,
I got fired. I was fishing the next day, like immediately. Go fishing. I'm telling you, it's the best thing you can do. It's so good for you.
Somebody walked in and was like, "Hey, Matt, you got to go, but here's $50 million."
Not even.
I would hug. Thank you. Take care.
Not even.
Good luck.
Whatever it is. What can you do? You got fired. You go. You go get a sandwich and go fishing.
So
it's sitting next to what are you, some kind of martyr?
Yeah, that's how it seems. Like, do you think it was fair? You lost to fucking Northwestern.
Well,
you lost to UCLA. You lost to Oregon.
If I may, this was like John Smoltz last night.
And you're 4-21 against top 10 teams.
Criticizing Dan Wilson. Like, people are going to say fair or unfair. You should have brought it. Fair. Take a stand. Fair or unfair. Pick one. Is it fair or is it unfair? Should he have brought in his closer for the
do you agree with it or disagree with it?
My God. But
have an opinion.
I'll let other people say if it's fair or unfair. Okay, wait. You want me to say it? Fair.
Right.
Done. Easy.
You mentioned some of the schools that have coaching vacancies. There's a really good tracker that you can get online at ESPN. Florida, Penn State, Oregon State, Arkansas, Oklahoma State, UCLA, Virginia Tech, Stanford, Colorado State, UAB, Kent State are just some openings right now. I didn't know Trent Dilfer was at UAB.
I thought he left.
Well, he got fired.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that he was at UAB.
Was that fair or unfair?
That's not for me to decide, Dan.
Sure
I'll let you decide if it's fair or unfair.
Too. Look,
that's part of that's what happens when you have a contract.
You don't even
get money when you leave, and not just college football. That's jobs elsewhere too.
You don't even need to own a boat
or a broat.
I have 5 of broats. You just have to have a friend who has a boat, or call a guide service because they have the boat, they have the gear. You just call them, say, "Hey, do you know this lake? I know it like the back of my hand.
You know what?
Can you put me on fish?
Hey,
let's go."
To be fair, if you heard more of that interview, which I won't make you listen to, James Franklin doesn't have any hobbies. He specifically said he doesn't fish and he doesn't golf. So he doesn't have any hobbies to go and do now that
Go
he doesn't have a
spank
job.
your wiener somewhere. I know technically that's not a hobby. Is
Probably
it?
at home, I would hope.
Okay,
Like, I
then
wouldn't do that
go home
publicly
and
because he wants a job.
But go home and do that.
Yeah, like spanking his wiener in public would be a bad idea.
I didn't say in public.
Okay, I know, but somewhere. You said somewhere. Just make sure it's in the
Somewhere.
home.
Home.
Yeah, home is good.
Yeah.
That's a good spot to do that.
Something. Learn how to paint by numbers. Build a ship in a bottle. Go volunteer at the ASPCA. Whatever.
Is that the dog place that makes really sad commercials? Is that the ASPCA?
I think so.
Yeah.
You know what? And call me an asshole, but
Asshole.
thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a tough time in today's world with all the inhumanity to actual human beings.
To care about a dog?
You say for $19 a month
Yeah.
to take care of I love dogs, but we have people in cages. Why don't we take care of them first?
It's a good start.
Why don't we say, well, look at I'm sorry. Sorry. If that just shows the limits of the extent of my heart right now. I love dogs like anybody. And my feed, by the way, now is all pit bull videos. Not the singer.
Yeah.
Like actual pit bulls.
Mine's all Pitbull the singer.
I watched two of these because I don't know. I love pit bulls.
Yeah, I love Pitbull.
And Beth is trying to make me get one.
I've tried to get Pitbull. He won't come over.
No, she's trying to actually make me get a dog. And she keeps dropping hints about getting a dog, and she really wants a dog. And I love dogs, but I don't want to own one.
Yep.
And if I get one, it would be a rescue pit bull.
I would get a rescue Pitbull. But I love pit bulls.
We went and looked at one last year.
Yep.
And it bit my face and peed on me. No, wait, that was Beth. No,
oh boy!
Yeah, no, wow!
That took a hard turn.
No, it ran into the room. This cute little dog ran into the room, jumped on me, bit me in the face, and then started peeing all over my shoes.
Bears on three! 1, 2, 3!
Yay! Good cheer, guys!
Wow!
Yay!
All right. Well, that's interesting. So you didn't take it home because I thought you'd like that again.
No.
As long as you promise me you'll do that over and over, Rover, you're coming home with me.
I like this dog. No, no, it was just a little much, and it kind of like
Yeah, that sounds like a little bit much.
It was a little much, but I part of me does want one, and she keeps trying to like drop hints and no.
You know what Beth can do? She can go get a dog and just bring it home.
She knows better. Come on, that wouldn't be nice.
Why?
A power
you love
move
dogs.
like that?
Yeah. You would take care of a dog at your house.
I mean,
what would that do to Maggie, though?
Maggie's coming tonight.
Okay, what would that do to Maggie if you had a dog?
We wouldn't be. Maggie cannot be around other dogs.
So she can't be around other dogs or the maid?
Correct. Or some people. She doesn't like Beth's dad. He can't come over when Maggie's there. We don't know why. Maybe she doesn't like people from the Bronx or something. She doesn't like Giants
I've never
fans
met
or Yankee
Beth's
fans.
dad, but I love Beth's dad. So if you want to have Maggie over while your father-in-law is there, he can come by my place.
Okay. Have him hang out over there?
I would love to hang out with your father-in-law.
He's fun. He's great to watch a Giants game or a Yankees game with. Guys got Yankees stories you wouldn't believe. When they used to let him in, there was a security guard at Yankee Stadium, and he went to school in the Bronx or grade school. They'd walk home, and they knew a security guard who would ask him, "Did you do your homework?" And if it was after the fifth inning, he'd say, "Gee, it would sure be a shame if I turned my head and didn't see."
And let him through?
Yep. And he'd
That's
go
pretty
watch
cool.
Mickey Mantle and
that's
Don
pretty
Larson.
awesome.
Yeah, like in the heyday of those Yankees. When he met Moose Skowron at a White Sox game, he was starstruck.
Oh, really?
Like he was like, "Oh my God, that's Moose Skowron." Like telling you, starstruck.
Well, Moose was a good dude too.
The best.
Yeah.
Yeah. The stories.
Yeah.
And even if he'd told the story before, it didn't matter.
Oh, you'd listen 1,000 times if you needed to.
Yeah, and the fact that he and Ranji were friends even just sort of made it cute. I always thought it would be a great road trip movie.
Or roommates.
No, road trip. And I don't know what the MacGuffin would be, why Moose Skowron and Chris Ranji somehow had to get from New York to L.A., but we'd come up with some plot device.
No, I would just say maybe a road trip from Chicago to the Hall of Fame.
Whatever it is. But there's all sorts of obstacles and odd things that happen, and they get in a bar fight somewhere. But it ultimately ends with them realizing that
With Moose kicking the shit out of Ranji.
The real journey was about their relationship and their understanding of themselves.
Have you watched the Netflix documentary special with Will Ferrell? Takes the road trip with the former SNL writer.
No.
Oh, who trans, and I mean they became dear friends at SNL.
No, I haven't. It sounds great.
Starts a transition, and so Will Ferrell takes a road trip with her, and it's unbelievable.
Really?
Story. It's a great story. You should totally watch it. You would absolutely adore it.
I bet
it's so good.
I would like it. I mean, everybody says that Will Ferrell is actually a pretty interesting dude outside of all the silliness. But that is it real or is it a bit?
No, it's real.
Okay.
Oh, it's 100% real.
What's it called?
I'm looking it up right now. You
all right.
talk.
I'll check it out and I'll talk because I can tell you about Protein Bar and Kitchen. Sometimes you get, I like to call it that in-between feeling of I could eat, but I'm not sure, and I don't know exactly what I want. And the great thing about Protein Bar and Kitchen is everything is a good option. And you never have that sort of in-between. If you are pre-workout, if you're post-workout, if you want a big filling breakfast, if you want dinner, everything you want, craveable, satisfying flavors with supercharged ingredients, healthy swaps, every entree, every protein shake, 15 or more grams of protein, all-day power is there for you at Protein Bar and Kitchen. And it's all over Chicago, 15 locations. The majority are in the Chicagoland area. There's one in Northbrook. There's one in Oak Brook. And this fall, they've got a special autumnal menu for you that includes their Boo Berry Halloween Shake, their Smashing Pumpkin Shake, their Miso Salmon Bowl on the fall menu. And even better, you can get 50% off Protein Bar and Kitchen. Make sure you get the PBK app. I've got it. You've got it.
You've got to use it.
And
use it.
As a DBU listener, you can get 50% off your next visit on orders for the max value of $25. You open the app, and then in the bottom, you hit more, enter promo code. And the promo code is DBU50, DBU50. Just those 5 characters, DBU50, and you can get 50% off. So there you go. And
you have to get the app. There are lots of rewards. The more you use it, the more you get. I mean, it's seriously, they piled up. They piled up on my app for me. Whether you want to like double up protein, they have the $5 Thirsty Thursdays for blended drinks. I am stopping on the way home before I go to the train to get a couple bowls for dinner tonight. I'm gonna get Nat the Mediterranean bowl again. She loved that, and I'm gonna do a chicken Caesar salad. I have a taste for one.
Is that enough for dinner, or do you want to get?
No, it's enough because then I'll have ice cream later.
Okay.
Like we
because they can
DoorDash.
do extra meat.
Yeah, no, they can do extra stuff in it, and I have that. It's actually one of the rewards on my app. You can do double the protein and something like that. So no, I'll do the regular, and then I'll still have room for ice cream later. I DoorDashed Dairy Queen last night at about 9:30.
Let's go.
Yes, it's so good.
Really,
a blizzard.
I did Keebler fudge stripes and
again.
No, not fudge sticks.
Oh, that's right. You did fudge
Beth
sticks.
ate the rest of the fudge sticks. She's going to kill me today if
Why?
she listens to this. I don't know. She's
well, yeah. I mean, you had her doing things to you, and then
dog,
eating all the
she's going to be mad.
cookies.
Going to be very, very mad. But no, I had the classic fudge stripes.
Yeah.
I had that.
Oh,
and,
those are
and, and a
those are
bowl
so
of
good.
Lucky Charms.
That documentary is called Will and Harper. So it's about writer Andrew Steele that Will met his first day in SNL in 1995.
Cool.
He gets an email years and years later. This is like 2020, 2021 from Andrew letting know Will that and they became dear friends, and he's transitioning to become Harper Steele. And so Will wants to go on this trip with him, on this journey with her. I'm sorry. And because it's really touching, Dan. And Harper says at one point, I love this country, but I don't think the country likes me right now. And it's really touching, and it's very emotional as you go through. And they're on this long, cross-country road trip, and they stop off at some of Harper's favorite spots, like a dirt track where they have like motocross and like cars, and it's like a place like that you'd think wouldn't accept a trans person. They stop at little dive bars along the way, and it's Will Ferrell, and some people recognize him, some people don't, And he's like telling them, hey, this is my friend Harper. And it's really, really touching and moving.
That's great.
Won a Peabody Award.
Oh,
so
wow.
I would definitely watch it if I were you.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for the rec.
You are welcome.
The Bulls are going to be starting soon. And by the way, if you're a big Bulls fan, make sure that you don't miss Organizations Win Championships. We're going to be recording it later today. Episode 115, episode 2 on 312 Sports is going to be out later this evening as my partner's navigating some wisdom tooth problems, but says he's able to talk. So if he sounds drunk, it's his wisdom teeth or he's actually drunk,
Yep.
which is certainly possible. But the Bulls have injury problems already. They thought Kobe White was going to be ready for the season, and he's not.
He's not.
He's got calf tightness, and what bugged me from reading in the reporting, and I was going to kind of presume this, but Julia Poe in the Tribune did say the Bulls are approaching his discomfort and tightness with wariness due to the risk of a worse injury in the Achilles tendon. And
oh, no.
Especially what's been going on in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
That it's been running rampant, and I hope that they don't really see anything that would portend that, so be super careful. And as that is happening, Zach Collins has a non-displaced fracture in his left wrist when he ran into Julius Randle in the T-Wolves exhibition game. So he's out a month. He's going to miss at least 16 games, and after 4 weeks, he's going to be evaluated to be potentially cleared to return to
Did he have surgery or no?
activities. Yep.
He did a surgery. Okay. Yeah, I thought I saw the note.
Surgery for a non-displaced left wrist fracture, and that means Jalen Smith goes back behind Vooch as the backup center. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we're going to get into all of the Bulls stuff and more NBA stuff, because the NBA, it's tonight, right? Are we getting the NBA back?
I believe so.
This evening?
It's definitely this week.
I think it's tonight. And we also have a new NBA broadcaster. But it's not exactly what we thought it was going to be. So Awful Announcing says that all of this stuff about Michael Jordan coming back is now finally taking shape. And I don't know if you saw it during Sunday Night Football when NBC promoted tonight's season opener. So they showed Mike Tirico talking to Michael Jordan. And that was sort of the first time we've seen. They said Jordan was going to be a special contributor to NBC's coverage. Now, first of all, who asked for this?
Well, so wait, let me make sure I have the timeline correct. This is NBC getting the NBA back for the first time in a while, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Some 10-year, 11-year,
and
multi-year
bringing
deal.
back Round Ball Rock.
Yeah, okay. So trying to bring back some of the finer years of their NBA broadcasting. Who was a major part of that was Michael Jordan as a player.
As a player.
Right. I don't know who wanted it. I love Michael Jordan. I'll listen to things he has to say, but I just don't think he has enough to say to add anything to an NBA broadcast.
Right. He just isn't that interesting.
Well, I just don't think he wants to go out and say things, though.
Right, because he's a gazillionaire and he's a brand, and when you're a brand, anything you say could be in danger of hurting your brand. So he's going to be what they're calling a special contributor. And he is going to be airing in segments called MJ Insights to Excellence that are going to air throughout the season. MJ Insights to Excellence.
So these are tape segments that will air pregame and halftime shows. That's it.
Yeah.
So nothing live?
What it apparently is, and you know this from having worked in the actual corporate world, and you know the meme about this meeting could have been an email. That's what this is to me. These sound like taped meetings that should have been emails. Where whatever he's going to say, just send me an email with the bullet points, and I can just delete it.
Yeah, I just don't know, because it's not going to be anything game specific then if it's a taped thing. I mean, all you can do is like talk about leading up to it, or
it just says taped segments during the season to provide analysis that will air during pregame shows or halftime shows. He doesn't want to be bothered. Michael is either golfing or out on his competitive bill fishing boat. Because whatever he's doing is not going to be sitting at a game, watching the game, telling you what's happening at the game. He'll probably record these remotely. He'll probably be on the boat while he's recording them.
I don't know what
somebody's battling a blue marlin behind him while he's giving his insights to excellence.
Yeah, but he also owns a race car team. I don't know
and
what
motorcycles too.
Yeah,
right?
I know he owns something. My daughter and son-in-law were at some event, and he was there. His team was there. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what level it is or what it is, but he does that as well, and he's really passionate about that too. Like he goes to a lot of those events.
Okay,
it's why unless they're like you know what he's getting paid?
No, for his insights to excellence.
Yeah, just like it must be something ridiculous. Like he must be hurting, right?
Oh,
is Nike not selling?
Be.
Is Jumpman not selling anymore?
He and James Franklin. The two of them need to figure out how they're going to rub two dimes together. How is it possibly going to happen after the injustice perpetrated on James Franklin? Here you go. Here's $50 million. Go cry to Nick Saban.
Hey, speaking of NBA broadcasters, there's a hello for you from our guy Ian Eagle. I talked with Ian yesterday. He's doing the Bears game this weekend. Was hoping to get him to come on a show this week. He's unable because of NBA duties.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, so he's doing Nets Hornets.
Yeah, he does all Nets.
Yeah, and so we're there. I think they're in Charlotte. I think it's not
the most fun trip. But,
yeah, traveling there. Yeah, you got to watch out for those hurricanes, right?
Yeah, I love comparing, and I told Ian this, that I think it's funnier that his son is a more serious play-by-play guy than he is. Like he's sillier than Noah is.
Yeah. We chatted briefly about that as well too. I was super happy for him. And at first, I saw Noah, I didn't know that his son was even doing stuff, and I saw him. I don't know how long ago this was, and I was like, oh my god, is that Ian's kid? I was really so happy for him on that. And then he's doing Boston Knicks this week too, and then he has NFL duties. So but he does say hello. So hopefully, one day Ian can get on like Michael Jordan's level of analysis and broadcasting.
Someday and competitive bill fishing.
T's and P's for him. So yeah,
that's the other thing. Thoughts and prayers. Someday the Eagle, the boat will be out there taking on Michael Jordan's team, and they'll be reeling in the big ones and the years and stowing away the time.
Oh boy, man, you and the songs today. So thoughts and prayers today for Ian, for James Franklin, for Michael and his financial struggles. Hey, I want to pass along a quick thank you to one of our listeners, Dr. Jordan Lauer, sent us a couple books that he authored called The Two Backpacks. I'm going to take a look at that since I'm on the verge of raising teenage boys. So excited to get into the book. Thanks for sending that and the very kind words. It was really nice what he had to say.
Really nice personalization.
Yeah, the letter, and he mentioned when he first started dating his wife that they were on a date and he was making what he called a bata beers, because it was something I talked about, mixing the Sam Adams Cold Snap, one of their winter lagers, and Fresca. I don't even remember how that came about, but he was doing it, and they were drinking it on one of their first dates together. Mentioned that in the nice note that he sent. So thank you.
I don't remember that.
Once I read it, it came all back to me. I remember when I discovered the cold snaps. But thank you for sending this and the kind words. Really, really sweet. Appreciate it.
I want to see if you are fit to join the proudest American force right now.
Are you saying me, like you, me, or them?
I'm saying, okay,
audience, because I am.
Okay, well, apparently, this is according to an article that just came out in The Atlantic. Apparently, the plan to double the size of the ICE workforce has met
the number or their weight?
The actual number, the workforce, not the size
not
of
the size of the workers.
No, that's no problem.
Yeah, because if you get bigger than that, you might not be able to move.
They could do that right away.
You'd have to do one guy per Suburban.
It's not just the giant National Guardsman that they showed.
You take all the seats out and you'd put one guy in one Suburban.
If one ICE guy just sort of roll out of the back of the Suburban. Go get him, Mike! Oh boy.
Yes.
They've met a foe more powerful than any activist group, and it is decimating new recruits at the agency's training academy in Georgia. It is the ICE personal fitness test. More than 1/3 have failed so far. 4 officials have told The Atlantic, impeding the agency's plan to hire, train, and deploy 10,000 deportation officers by January. This is the test they've failed. Okay.
Well, before you read the hang, without even knowing any of the information behind it, I'm going to say it's not the actual test. It's the quality of the individual showing up for the test.
Just wait.
Okay.
To pass the ICE physical fitness test,
Be awake.
recruits must do.
Okay.
How many push-ups do you think?
I'm going to say 10.
15.
15. Okay.
You have to do 15 push-ups. How many sit-ups?
20.
32 sit-ups.
32 sit-ups.
And this is the best. You have to run a mile and a half in 14 minutes.
Ooh. Okay.
You could come close to walking a mile and a half
Yes.
in 14 minutes.
Yeah, I could do a mile and a half in 14 minutes in a good pace.
One career ICE official said it's pathetic. Said before now, a typical class of 40 recruits had a couple of candidates fail because the screening process was more rigorous. The academy standards have already been eased to boost recruitment. The new parameters, quote, should be the minimum for any officer. He and others, none of whom was authorized to speak with reporters, said the agency's veterans are concerned about the quality of new recruits being fast-tracked onto the street to meet hiring goals. An email from ICE headquarters to the agency's top officials October 5th lamented, quote, a considerable amount of athletically allergic candidates, unquote, had been showing up at the academy. They had misrepresented their physical condition on application forms. So the email directed leaders at ICE's field offices to conduct preliminary fitness exams with new recruits before sending them to the academy. According to Ralph Ferguson, thanks for putting your name on this, Ralph, an operations official at ICE headquarters, saying, we all know the self-certification method has failed. The Department of Homeland Security spokesman Tricia McLaughlin told The Atlantic in a statement that the one-third failure reflected a subset of candidates in initial basic academy classes, not all new hires. They've also recently slashed the amount of time that new ICE recruits spend at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Academy from 4 months to 8 weeks. The 1.5-mile run, in particular, has toppled more trainees than any other requirement, which is not arbitrary.
Wait, you missed one here, pal. So it's 32 sit-ups in a minute or less, 22 push-ups in 1 minute or less. This is what this says.
I have 15.
Okay. Then this also says you have to sprint 220 yards in 47.73 seconds or less.
That might be the old one.
Okay.
This is the new one. I think they have taken it down to 15 push-ups, 32 sit-ups, a mile and a half in 14 minutes.
Wow.
15 push-ups?
And there used to be age requirements. You could have to be older than 18, and you had to be under 40, which they've dropped the cap. Now you can be over 40.
And you can be under 12.
I didn't realize the budget, too. The budget more than doubled.
What do you think that bill? What do you think the big, beautiful bill was?
Well, I didn't know that it went from $35 billion under Yosef to $75 billion under Yanold.
That's the big, beautiful bill was to put them everywhere, but you can't have them if they're all big tubs of goo.
Now, I read something today that Illinois put into law or some protection around courthouses, that people couldn't be arrested or pulled out, like going into a courthouse or coming out of a courthouse. There's a restraining order placed on ICE agents and receiving medical attention as well. And if an ICE agent arrests someone near or in or around a courthouse, then deputies could step in and arrest the ICE agents. Yeah, I mean it's
I know
really
they
fucked
hit
up, man.
I know they hit O'Hare with the rideshare drivers in the lot where the rideshare drivers wait and stage.
Oh yeah,
they went in there.
The cell phone lot?
No, not the regular cell phone. And by the way, people are always lined up on 190 rather than going to the cell phone lot.
Yes.
Just go to the damn cell phone lot.
Go to the cell phone lot.
It's so easy. It's so convenient.
It's not hard.
You can get right on.
Yeah, it's not difficult.
Don't sit there on the shoulder on
Right
190
before,
by the River Road entrance and exit. It's just terrible. Stop doing that.
So I saw my first ICE agents yesterday.
Yeah.
They were in black Suburbans, and there was 3 of them in a row.
Like you say, now it's one giant
one
fat
guy per Suburban.
Well,
there's a driver and then a guy in the back. They took all the seats out, so the third row's gone as well. It's just an open area,
they have to
like
cover
a cargo area.
They have to cover him with Crisco to shoot him out.
Well, there's a tarp on the floor itself. Yeah. And then they have a big lift, like a forklift, gets them out of the vehicle. So, but they were flying down Washington, and the 3 of them in a row, and they would turn their sirens on, their lights on, to be able to get through red lights for no particular reason, just to get up. So, well, I think
that's an old-fashioned Chicago thing.
Yeah, I know,
for
but
people who have lights.
But 3 Suburbans in a row, and then
spent a lot of time in Bridgeport. You see that every once in a while.
This was
Halstead, you little.
But they stopped outside of Stan's Donuts. That's where they ended up. That was their destination. I thought that was odd.
Well, some things at Stan's are good.
No, I love Stan's Donuts. You don't need to go through red lights to get there.
Although at Mariano's, my Mariano's, at the end of the day, they'll have a box of 4 leftover Stan's Donuts for $2.99, and you got to go through them all. I found one.
What is that again? You got to go through them all? How'd that look?
I found 4 apple fritters.
Did you really?
And I went crazy in the Mariano's.
I bet you did. Did
I
they call ice?
I held it up over my head, and like, what? Huh? I said, "Look, 4 apple fritters." Okay, you're a crazy person.
Do you have the whole Stan's section now? There's a whole new store of Stan's. So you have that because we had a small display.
Yeah, but
now,
those are too expensive. I'm not going to go buy
Oh no!
those.
Now there's the whole Stan's thing. You can get sandwich. There's breakfast sandwiches.
Oh, I haven't seen that. It's a donut thing, but I like regular grocery store donuts sometimes. I don't need the fancy.
Yeah, I get
just
those.
Regular.
I get the Mariano's bakery donuts.
Regular donuts are fine.
Although they're the box that they put together for you, half of them won't get eaten.
I know.
I need all strawberry or chocolate or vanilla
frosting.
That's
why I was celebrating.
I need a dozen of those. Yeah.
That's why I was celebrating, because sometimes, and I do it at Jewel too, when at the end of the day, they'll set their own selection. Sometimes they nail it.
So are you going to grocery stores 10 minutes before they close on purpose?
No, but that's just often when I get there. But it's going to change now.
Well, I guess it makes sense because if you go at 9, because you eat dinner at midnight.
No, I don't eat that late anymore.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. You changed.
I've been better.
You changed your ways.
I've been better.
What time do you eat dinner now?
Probably about 8:30.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's actually early in Italy.
I'm going to bed earlier, and I'm getting up earlier. It's good. See, it's okay.
No, you're being healthier.
Trying.
Like that for you.
Trying.
Bears on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yay! Why do I love the yay part?
I don't, because it doesn't sound like a bunch of football players. It sounds like a kid's birthday party.
Bears on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yay! Good cheer, everybody.
All right, I'll isolate just the cheer for you.
Yay!
Because it doesn't sound like an NFL locker room.
I know, it sounds like you're right. It sounds like a 6-year-old's party at Pump It Up.
Yeah, and he blew out the birthday candles and all the workers and parents.
Yay!
Good job, Johnny.
Good job, Tremaine Edmonds. Right? I don't know. It just sounds fun.
Yeah, it
all
does.
right, that's going to do it for Dan Bernstein Unfiltered. Thank you for being a part of it. Don't forget, Forward Progress is going to be Bears. Spam, 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 baked beans, spam, and egg. And then later, Bulls, because our second 312 Sports episode of Organizations Win Championships is going to come your way. I need to stop talking for a moment. So
take a break.
I'm going to do that. Well, we don't break anymore. Take a break, you mean from talking?
In between shows.
Oh, in between shows. So you can do all the things. Then we can put the show up and then do the other show. Okay, let's do that. I like it. Good plan.
Good, better, bad. Good, better, bad. Never let it rest. Never let it rest. Good gets better. Good gets better. And you better get better. You better get better.
Dan Bernstein Unfiltered on 312 Sports.